We're going to dump some news on the racing community that will send shockwaves across NASCAR. Tony Stewart has fired his unfiltered opinions on none other than Joe Gibbs and Richard Childress in a surprising turn of events. Their shady activities have been exposed, and Stewart holds nothing back in revealing the grim reality behind their driver picks. So buckle up, because you won't believe what he's about to say. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. In the world of NASCAR, legends are born on the racetrack, etching their names alongside icons like Dale Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson. These giants of the sport have carved out illustrious careers, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of racing enthusiasts. But let's face it, the road to becoming a Cup Series driver is anything but smooth. It demands unwavering dedication, perseverance, and an unyielding passion for the sport. Unfortunately, over the years, NASCAR has witnessed a troubling trend: favoritism that taints the selection of drivers. Behind the scenes, some teams have resorted to a practice known as hiring paid drivers. These individuals essentially purchase their way onto the track, bypassing the rigorous journey that genuine talents undertake. While having sponsors backing a driver isn't inherently wrong, it does cast a shadow over the deserving drivers who have poured their heart and soul into earning their spots. It's disheartening to acknowledge that such selections have become a part of NASCAR's fabric. However, amidst this dark cloud, there shines a beacon of integrity: Stewart-Haas Racing. Recently, the racing community eagerly awaited an announcement from Stewart-Haas Racing, and it didn't disappoint. Tony Stewart, the legendary figure himself, took center stage in front of a room filled with reporters, joined by competition director Greg Zipadelli, Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childers, and the promising young talent Josh Berry. At that moment, the world learned that Josh Berry would be joining the number 4 team, with Childers assuming the role as crew chief. But it wasn't just a routine unveiling. It was a resounding declaration against teams that prioritize financial backing over true racing prowess. During the press conference, Tony Stewart didn't hold back as he shared his frustration and firm stance, declaring, "I'm not interested in some kid's father coming and buying their way into the Cup Series. I have zero interest in that." His words reverberated with passion, driven by a deep-rooted belief in the core values of racing, a belief that talent, hard work, and dedication should be the compass guiding a driver's journey. Stewart emphatically stated, "We want guys that earn their way, that work hard, that understand the values it takes to be a top-tier driver, not someone who just got their high school diploma and suddenly becomes a Cup driver." The message was crystal clear: a resounding rejection of the easy path, a refusal to compromise the integrity of the sport. Tony Stewart re-emphasized his position, leaving no room for doubt. "I've got zero interest in that." As the racing world eagerly anticipates Kevin Harvick's eventual retirement, Stewart-Haas Racing, or SHR, finds itself facing a crucial task: reigniting its sponsorship appeal. The departure of a legendary driver like Harvick leaves a void not only on the track, but also in terms of attracting sponsors. The team is no stranger to sponsorship challenges, with rumors circulating about potential losses in the past. The specter of losing key sponsors like Smithfield or Anheuser-Busch looms over SHR once again. To confront this hurdle head-on, SHR is devising a comprehensive plan to ensure that sponsorship opportunities remain robust, even after Harvick's departure. The team understands that the NASCAR landscape has evolved over the years, with a decline in the number of sponsorship deals from large conglomerates and medium-scale companies compared to the past. This decline poses a challenge for teams that heavily rely on sponsorships to support their operations. This is where the concept of paid drivers becomes a crucial consideration. In the past, teams like Joe Gibbs Racing and Richard Childress Racing have tapped into the lineage of their founders, hiring young talents with familial ties. However, Tony Stewart and his team at SHR have taken a different approach by bringing in Josh Berry, despite him not having any personal sponsors. Stewart addressed the sponsorship aspect during the press conference, revealing, "Right at this point, we are totally open. We're having discussions internally with current sponsors, and then we have a lot of potential sponsors that are interested in this program as well. So, nothing to announce on that side yet, but there are a lot of conversations going on right now." While Berry may not have immediate sponsor backing, his remarkable performances at JR Motorsports and the reputation of the team he's joining make it only a matter of time before he secures a sponsorship deal. SHR recognizes Berry's talent and potential, and they're confident that his on-track success will help attract sponsors who want to align themselves with a promising and dedicated driver. By focusing on the inherent value of talent and performance, SHR aims to demonstrate that sponsorship appeal goes beyond mere financial backing. They understand that forging strong relationships with sponsors requires a combination of competitive results, integrity, and an engaging brand presence. Through strategic conversations with current and potential sponsors, SHR aims to showcase the immense opportunities and exposure that partnering with the team can bring. SHR's commitment to securing sponsorships post-Harvick's retirement is not simply about financial stability. It's about nurturing a thriving ecosystem where talented drivers like Barry can continue to excel and fulfill their potential. By emphasizing the power of performance, dedication, and the rich history of SHR, the team endeavors to create a compelling sponsorship proposition that resonates with brands seeking to connect with the dynamic world of NASCAR. Recently, NASCAR journalist Jeff Gluck reported on an explicit statement made by Tony Stewart, the co-owner of Stewart Haas Racing. The presence of paid drivers in NASCAR has been a subject of debate. While these drivers may not lack talent entirely, their ability to secure seats through financial means is often seen as unfair to other competitors who strive to earn their positions based on merit alone. This issue is not exclusive to NASCAR, but is prevalent in various racing disciplines. One unsettling scenario occurs when a driver's parents inject significant sponsorship funds to secure seats for their children. In some cases, parents may even go as far as purchasing a stake in the racing team, solely to propel their children's motorsport careers. Such actions can be viewed as highly unfair to those drivers who are competing on their own merits. Stewart's resolution to prevent pay drivers from infiltrating his racing team is seen by many as a wise move. However, some fans on social media pointed out a perceived contradiction with Stewart's statement. They noted that SHR currently has a driver in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Riley Herbst, who could be considered a paid driver. Fans also mentioned other SHR drivers, such as Cole Custer and Eric Almirola, who have been driving with significant personal financial backing. While Stewart asserts his desire for merit-based driver selection and his refusal to allow paid drivers on his team, the existence of drivers within SHR who may have secured their seats through financial means raises questions about the consistency of his intentions. Although Tony Stewart has one regret, missing out on the unicorn, Kyle Larson. One might assume that Tony Stewart, with his impressive accomplishments and success in various racing disciplines, would have few regrets in his career. After all, he has triumphed in NASCAR, IndyCar, late models, and even as an owner in NHRA. However, there is one missed opportunity that Stewart considers a significant regret: his failure to secure the talents of Kyle Larson, the star driver at Hendrick Motorsports. Larson has established himself as one of the most exceptional drivers of his generation. With a Cup championship under his belt and several records to his name, his potential for further success with Hendrick Motorsports is undoubtedly immense. And that is precisely where Stewart's regret lies. Instead of Rick Hendrick reaping the rewards of Larson's talent and capabilities, it could have been Tony Stewart. In a September 2021 interview, during Larson's remarkable campaign towards his first Cup championship, Stewart was asked whether he had any "damn it" moments, considering that Larson could have been his driver instead of joining HMS. Stewart's response revealed his genuine remorse. "I said that the day that I found out. I couldn't get him. I said it that day, probably in words I can't use right now, but I said it a lot that day. And I've said it every day since then. That will be one of the biggest regrets of my professional career, is not getting that kid and having an opportunity to race him in our cars." Stewart went on to describe Larson as a once-in-a-lifetime driver, a true unicorn in the racing world. He acknowledged Larson's exceptional abilities and expressed his belief that it may be a long time before another driver emerges with the same level of talent and accomplishments. While Stewart's regret is palpable, he also acknowledges Larson's extraordinary achievements and the impact he has had on the sport. Stewart recognizes the immense value Larson brings to the track and the missed opportunity to have him as part of his racing team. As he reflects on his professional career, this regret stands out as a reminder of what could have been. A chance to compete with and nurture the talents of a driver who has made a lasting impression on the sport. As the discussion unfolds, fans and observers eagerly await further clarification from Stewart regarding the criteria he uses to evaluate drivers and the steps he plans to take to ensure fairness within his team. Only then can a more comprehensive understanding of his stance be reached. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it and tell us what you think of the video in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the upcoming video.